Hi everyone, welcome back to Legally Yours. I'm here again with the wonderful Sarah from Improve Your Public Speaking. And in today's episode, we're actually going to talk a little bit about why being a confident public speaker or being able to really relate and connect and influence your clients is really important for all lawyers, not just the ones that go into court. So thank you so much for joining me, Sarah.
Thanks very much, Karen. Great to be here.
Wonderful. So really keen to sort of delve a little bit specifically about what you do with lawyers in particular and why this is really important for lawyers. So we've had this discussion before about, there's sort of two types of lawyers. They're your real extroverts that love kind of being in court and talking and, often they'll go to the bar. And then there's more the introverted lawyers who tend to think, well, I don't need to be a confident speaker or an influencer and learn those skills. But you would actually say that it's just as important at all levels. Is that right?
I would, absolutely, because really any human relationship, doesn't matter if you're in the legal profession or not, it's about having that connection and a sense of that ability to connect and to work with that person on their level. And if you're not able to get across, it doesn't matter how articulate you are or how much you know what you're talking about, if you can't communicate that really clearly in a way that is accessible to the person listening to you or to the group listening to you, you're doing yourself a disservice, because it's just such an important, you know how important that is, to be able to get yourself across in a way that is authentic. So I'm never saying that you would be fake, but it's authentic, but it's just perhaps more present, perhaps more confident if you need that.
Absolutely, because often when people come to lawyers and seeking their legal services, they're in a vulnerable state.
They are.
It's really important, particularly in that first instance, how we are connecting and how we are setting up that relationship so that the clients trust us and we become that trusted advisor. So in that initial interaction, it's really important how we present. And I certainly know at university, we don't get taught a lot about sort of that first initial impact and interaction. And it doesn't come naturally to some of us, that can take, you need to be able to teach those skills. Is that right?
Absolutely, yes. And I mean, the key things that we are judged on when we first meet somebody is our warmth and our competence. And a lot of people, particularly in the legal profession, and I know this for a fact, also having watched growing up, my father was a lawyer, he was a solicitor in Scotland, but my brother has also been a lawyer and then became an advocate. So he did both side commercial law and then became an advocate and ended up at the European Court of Justice in Luxembourg. So he's done all sorts of different levels, highly introverted man. So I've watched him throughout my whole life. And yes, it's such a factor that competence is crucial, but also having that warmth and that ability to connect as well. And that can sometimes be forgotten, either through nerves, because if we are nervous about communicating, we tend to go quite deadpan and we're not perhaps as warm as we could be. We don't smile. But also, just that sense of competence is great, but it's not enough. It's how well-rounded you can appear. And as you say, Karen, if people are vulnerable, they're desperately looking for that sense of something coming back that is encouraging.
Absolutely. And in terms of what you actually do with legal professionals and lawyers, is that it's not just working with them to deliver, wonderful presentations and do kind of at that high level. You'll actually take them right from, just even those basics of just being able to be confident in the way that they're talking. Is that right? So it's quite a lot of different levels. Yeah.
Oh, any different level. Can be from meeting someone in the corridor, particularly if you have a hierarchy issue, if you're nervous, if you feel like people who are above you, you find intimidating, that can often be a factor too. Or anything from that one-on-one corridor meeting to a client meeting. Sometimes you might have to present to your firm, for example. How do you do that? How do you come across well? All of those things. And it's all learnable. It's all skills.
I absolutely love it. Well, if this is resonating with you and you would like to actually learn more about Sarah's services that she provides, you can actually head to improveyourpublicspeaking.com.au and find out more there. Thank you so much, Sarah, for joining us. And I'm so excited that you're part of our network and working with our community too.
Fantastic. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.